Hey guys, thanks for joining me for Color Theory 101. I'm going to point out the primary colors. We got red, yellow, and blue. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my watercolor set and I'm going to paint around those three sections on the outside, not the inside. And I'm just going to put water in there. And then I'm going to lay my primary colors, my red, my yellow, and my blue. And I'm going to create some secondary colors. Now, secondary colors are where those primaries touch. So when red and yellow touch, we're going to get orange. And when red and blue touch in a minute, you'll be able to see that we're going to get some purple. And then when our yellow and our blue touch, we're going to, of course, get some green. Okay, time to talk about complementary colors. Now you just saw me point to red and green, yellow and purple, blue and orange. Those are our complementary colors. Now, how you get a complementary color is to take one primary and one secondary. These two colors accentuate each other. They make each other seem brighter, more vibrant. Here's why. They are all three primaries. When you have red and you have green, you have all three primaries because green is blue and yellow and red is the third primary. So when you mix those colors together, you're always going to get a neutral. And a neutral color is, I usually tell my class, those smoky colors. They sometimes look a little maybe dirty. Those are our neutrals, and that is how we create them. Okay, so let's review this real fast. If I have blue and I have orange, I have all three primaries. Why? Because blue is a primary and you make orange by using red and yellow. Kind of cool. Okay, so let's talk about warm colors now. Now our warm colors are generally red and yellow. That's what we think of. And blue we think of as a cool color. But actually you can make a whole set of warm red, yellow, and blue and a set of cool red, yellow, and blue. Here's how. We're going to mix a little bit of yellow with our red, and we're going to warm that red up and kind of make an orangey red shade, I guess you want to call it. Then for our yellow, we're going to start with our yellow, and we're going to drop in just a tiny little bit of red, and that's going to warm up our yellow. Then for blue, we're going to start with our blue, and to warm blue, we're going to actually add just a little hint of yellow in there with it, and that's going to give us kind of almost like a greenish color. All right, we just saw how to warm up our primaries. Now we're going to cool them down. So we're going to take some blue and we're going to mix it with our yellow, and we're going to mix a little blue with our red and see what happens. So here's a little bit of red, and now I'm going to take some blue and I'm going to mix that up, and I should get almost kind of a purple tint to my red. Looks good. Now we'll try our yellow. Put a little blue in there, and that's going to make almost like a teal color. How do you think we're going to cool down that blue, though? That's the real question. Red. Correct. We're going to use a little bit of red to cool off our blue. While I'm finishing up, I want to talk to you a little bit about tint and shade. Tint and shade are going to be values that we're going to use to our color. So it's how we darken a color and how we lighten a color. Tint is white and shade is black. So we're going to start with the primaries under tint, and because I don't have any white in my watercolor set, I'm going to use water as white. So what's naturally going to happen when you add white to a color, it's going to lighten. Same for a shade. As you add black to a color, that color will darken. Hope you learned a little bit about color theory, and thanks for joining.